I'm live. Well, Lordy be. Let's see how this works out on the tablet. Oh. One thumbs up and ain't nobody there yet. There's somebody showed up. Howdy, howdy, howdy. I'm a little bit earlier this morning. 2 thumbs up and nobody's there yet. Let's see here. I want to see a picture Little Joe took for me today. What up, Lloyd? I'm on my tablet tonight. Little Joe. I'm looking at t-shirt stuff. TMB, what's up? Here, not here. I hear you, brother. Damn autocorrect, right? Little Joe been a hustling little feller today. He's not going to be on. He's showering and going to bed. And Andre, what's up? Paul, howdy, howdy. There, Grant, what's going on, brother? Everything just hunky-dory. I'm 15 miles from the house, and I ran out of hours. Ain't that a doozy? However, Nomad, you made it, brother. What a deal.
Continue on this road for 69 miles.
Sean made it. Man, maybe I need to try to come on a little bit earlier. Any difference between the tablet and the telephone? Is this better than that telephone? I know it made a big difference on the doing my videos. Have Grandma? Well, me and Grandma talked about that. But no, I'm not going to have her come get me. She was getting ready to go to bed, and I got to deliver 2 drops in Houston in the morning. I'd already told her, I'm not one of them to go by the house and just stir up chaos trying to come get me and bring me back and all that for a 10-hour break. I'm taking too many of them in the truck. Okay, now what's the deal? There we go. It sounds better. Cool. And Sean thinks it's better on the tablet. Good. Good to hear. One of the things Little Joe's been working on for me. Now this is my favorite, but I doubt if it's going to happen. Been looking at prices of t-shirts, and I want some myself, I ain't gonna lie, but dadgum, they're pricey. And I've done enlarged it so big. What do you think of that? Now that would be, now I was telling her that the majority of my subscribers are truck drivers and whatnot. So instead of putting it on the left, I was talking about putting it on the right, which is totally different than what you normally see. So, TMB, you like it? Hell of it is, dude. Y'all know me, I'm honest with you. Let's see. Scott, what's up? You waiting on a shower, dude? I am. Careful saying that around truck stop. Let's see. Sean's at work, but I'll be in and out. I like to have a t-shirt. Well, that's what I'm getting at. The t-shirts, the best deal Little Joe found, and we talked, just did a lot of, dadgummit, that potato salad. We wound up talking to a lady, I forget the name of the outfit, Custom Tees or something. They're going to cost me $25. And I have to have in an order of 20. And now that's for extra long. We figured the prices on 2X extra long. Guess what I wear? 2X extra long. And I like them extra long. I hate those where they write up and show stuff and people say, that's a credit card slot? Slap you. So then they'll ship the 20 shirts to me, and I have to break them down and send them out to y'all. So at $30, and me and Mom's figuring it's going to cost at least $3 plus a piece. I don't know if I want to fool with it. To be honest with you, I really don't. Nobody likes working for free. So the crane's here. So I don't know if I order more than 20, it keeps dropping the price down. And damn it, I'd find it hard to try to ask somebody to pay $35 for a shirt, but I want to make a couple bucks off of it myself. So too expensive. There are, well, if you know of a place, now these are good quality shirts. If you know of a place, that's why we're researching. And the thing is, what I was looking for and hoping to find was a place where I could put the design up, send them the design of what I want on it, and y'all be able to go into their site and pick out what shirt you want, blah, blah, blah. I have 2 or 3 different ones up there. Pay them for them, and they do the drop shipment and just send it to you. But if we're doing it like that, I don't have a problem not making any money off of it. I would rather make money off of it, but you know, it is what it is. So if you know of a place like that, by all means, put it up on here, and I'll tell Little Joe tomorrow to contact them. Every place that we're finding, one of them for a decent quality shirt, ordering them one at a time, $43. And I said, oh Lord, no. I said, you buy a Harley Davidson shirt cheaper than that. But that was one at a time. So, and this is what we had ran into before, was trying to find them where we could get them a cooking apron. I like your thinking. But how many people would want to order a cooking apron? I'm afraid I'm going to run into the same thing where I have to order so damn many of them. And I don't want to order 20 aprons and me end up with 12 of them. That wouldn't be good. Let's see, you can grab a gear driver on the back, right? Let's see, too expensive. How about cooking apron? Scott, I sent them last night. I will resend when I can. The addresses and stuff, is that what you're talking about? I told Joe earlier today to go back through last night's video and try to get them, but he was too busy researching this, getting my tablet where I could go on here with the tablet. He's been busy. What up, David? Good to see you, brother. How about hats? Got to pre-order those aprons, but would buy one. Well, see, and that's where I'm at with everything. Even on them t-shirts. I mean, good people and all that stuff, but I'm going to have to pay for them in advance, and at $25 each, at 20 of them, shit, that's $500. I'm sorry, folks, I can't afford to pre-order 25 shirts, and I just can't do it. Grandma would put a hurting on me. Y'all see what we got going on at our place, trying to redo stuff and fix it up. I can't tie up $500 in t-shirts. So, I know, shame on me. But anyhow, that's what him and I have been doing, mostly him. We was also trying to find veterans that print t-shirts and stuff. I'd seen a couple of different YouTubes or news flashes or something about a veteran that was printing t-shirts, and he started trying to find some of them, and their prices was crazy. So, well, that's what I'm saying, Scott. Is it even worth it? So, and I hate to sound bad, but if I have to have them shipped to me, now they're working on a drop shipment deal, but they ain't got it together. They don't know if it's going to work out. So then they get shipped to me, and I spend a half a day sorting them out and trying to figure out whose is whose. That's a big concern. You know, we all hate getting the wrong stuff in the mail. So that's a half a day's work for free just to send y'all t-shirts. I love you, but I don't know, you know. I would like to have some shirts myself, but I don't know that I want to pay $25 a piece for them. But like I told Little Joe, if you go anywhere, $20, $25 for a custom shirt, for a good shirt, ain't bad. The ones we buy at the truck stops, I don't know if y'all bought any of them with little sayings out of that little rack that spins around and all that. You know, those ain't all bad, but by the time you get taxes, you're still looking at $20 a shirt, if I remember correctly. So, I just don't know. That's why I'm bringing it up to y'all. I just don't know. So, y'all talk to me. You know, do you want to pay $30 for a shirt? That $25 is my price getting it to me, and I can't afford to absorb the cost of shipping to reship it out to y'all. So I don't know. To me, I'm not thinking it's really worth it. I would love to do it, and I know people that Viking Trucking, and now he's about a joke. 2 years experience, and he's counseling people. Really? 2 years experience? You're still wet behind the ears. What can you tell anybody? But they tell me he has the hats and all that stuff. Well, where in the world's he getting them from? There has to be some place out there that I don't know about where we can get them at a lot better price. So y'all please help me out. Help me find a place. RG333, what's up? It's a bit off topic, but I finished up my course up here in Canada. Got my class 1. Congratulations, brother. Glad to hear that. Well, I assume you're a brother with RG. I don't know. But congratulations. Good luck on your career. Ah, there Little Joe just jumped in. Yeah, no, man, that's what I was told, is that he charges for these counseling. I'm like, are you kidding me? Am I doing this wrong? I'm putting it all out here for free. Dadgum. So, what are all these little, well, I only got 3 of them here on the bottom. And I don't have that S that you put up last night, son. That's what I asked him, son. I told him, now Scott said that he put up some information last night. I told him that I'd ask you to go through it, and but you didn't have time today. But he said he shot up. Who was that lady we was talking to? What custom something? Custom shirts or custom something? Yeah, I told him you'd already went to bed. He charges for coaching calls. He's never seen the 9th Northeast or a snowflake. Oh boy. Custom ink, that's what they was called. Nice lady, very nice lady. And she did a lot of work over the phone and was emailing back and forth to Little Joe, sending him different things and whatnot. So, and if you only ordered one, they get pricey. I'm like, damn, $43 if you order one. I'm like, that's crazy. I don't know where to get any, but I have bought some that were cheap and they didn't last long at all. Well, see, now that's, Randa, what's up, bro? That's what I was telling her. I told her I didn't want some cheap China sweatshop t-shirt that this stuff falls off of. The ones that I have that some of you have seen and commented on, those are those iron-ons. And even with that, they don't miss $20 by a whole hell of a lot. Now this is actual ink. So they do the ink thing, the screen printing type deal. What we used to call it was a screen print. But I think they would, and they was a good heavy-duty Hanes shirt, if I remember correctly. Excuse me. Oh, I'm doing hunky-dory, bro. Well, thank you, TMB. I don't even see that stuff up here. I seen it last night on my phone, but I don't even see it up here. Hey, I start my first time OTR tomorrow. Hope to meet you one day. God bless you and your family. Well, Stanley, good luck to you, brother. I'm always telling y'all where I'm at, you know, a general area. Now, you need to figure out how to send me messages through the Facebook wall for Simple Living, because those will pop up a lot of times. Well, if you hear me talking that I'm going here, there, or yonder, maybe we can rendezvous. Once again, let me warn you, just like I tried to make a rendezvous in Arkansas down there, and it just wasn't there, so it didn't happen. So I am a truck driver. I got freight to move. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. Let's see. TMB, how are you doing? Nomad's talking to you. I can't do that either. I see nothing on my phone, and I would like to donate. Brother, you're talking to somebody that is computer stupid. I really ain't got a clue. Last night they did something, and there was a S on theirs that they was talking about, and I never seen the S. Now you can go to the YouTube homepage for me. Go to the About. Scroll all to the bottom, and Joe put a link on there through PayPal, Helping Papa Joe or something. I don't remember what he called it. But you can go that way. For me, it is a $ to the right of the chat box. See, mine don't have that. I see the chat box. I've got a camera over here that switches the thing, and 3 buttons over here. So, Jason, what's up, brother? Grant, set the PayPal first, then you will see the $. I don't even know how to set the PayPal. And you would think it's my channel, that shit would jump up automatically. Little Joe's been setting it up. Nomad saying he don't have the $. Oh. If y'all know what he's talking about, you're doing better than I. Just says live chat on the left. Yeah, mine doesn't even say, well, up top. You're looking up top. Well, that's where mine is live up there, and then it's got a clock. Then it's showing me how many are in here and how many likes. I can't pay myself. Well, but last night there was a thing up top that showed where Grant was donating it. It started showing me every time he donated, it showed me the money, and that ain't even up there tonight. No. But I ain't gonna sweat it. It is what it is. If y'all can help out, cool. If you can't, cool. I still love you. And I think this is better than breaking down and putting it on the phone just so I can see that nonsense. So it are what it are. Randall says, I do? You do what, pay yourself? You must be an owner-operator. You're lucky Mama let you have any. She probably keeps it all. Mine does. I don't even see my check anymore. That's getting to be a joke around my house. Back in the day, at least I got a check to take home. And then after they started doing direct deposit, at least I got a settlement in my mailbox at work that I could take home, and I could see how much the wife made. Now I don't get either one. They email her my settlement and direct deposit my check, and I'm like, baby, did I make any money? Do I have any money? What is my allowance? So, what the heck? Y'all tell Little Joe thanks a lot for all the work he's been doing. Y'all ain't got a clue how much behind the scenes stuff that young man does for Dad. He's constantly doing research for me. And trying to better this channel. Well, thank you, Paul. You figured out. Now, how did you do that? Is there a sign on there for you? And I don't even know if Little Joe's still on here or not, but I'll make him watch the video tomorrow. Torture him. He grew up with all this great advice. Now you see why he's getting his master's? No, I already educated him. Nope, I went to bed. Ha ha, you lazy cuss. Paul said he saw a dollar sign to the side. Okay. Well, Little Joe, how come it ain't showing me up there tonight like it did on the phone last night? That's something you're going to have work on tomorrow. Oh, there it is. It popped up. Okay, it just took it a minute. But between our little business that we're trying to set up and this YouTube and doing the t-shirts, and he worked on all three of them today, literally. And I couldn't do this stuff without him. I got to give him kudos. I couldn't do it without you, son. Love you, buddy. Appreciate it. Papa Joe for president. All right. They won't elect me, I'm honest. Yeah. Well, even if I wasn't honest, they wouldn't elect me. They don't want competition. The last thing we need in Washington, D.C. is some common sense. But now I'll tell you what. I've said it many times. Y'all have heard me. I've never been a real big fan of Trump as a person. I did vote for him because they didn't give me anybody else to vote for. And I did have the hope that he would stand to his word and make good on his promises. And I like what the man's doing. Did you see that he got 3 Americans released over there in North Korea? They're now in a motel, and they're supposed to release them before Trump will go to a meeting with Rocket Man. And ain't Rocket Man doing a 360? Or no, I guess that'd be a 180. Ain't he doing an about face? A bunch of his attitudes changed. But, you know, he got running that lip and all that, and Trump started calling him Rocket Boy. Yeah. And then when he threatened with his nuclear weapons, what Trump do? He said, you ain't got shit. You ever see my arsenal? Yeah. You want to play war? Oh. Little Joe, it wasn't showing on mine last night, but you did pop up tonight. Well, cool. I have 3 dots on the right, so do I, that don't do anything, and live chat on the left. I have a chat button in the middle, and mine over here on the right, those 3 dots, it says share and mute microphone. Y'all want me to mute the microphone? Oh. Let's see. Did you see Mike Pence is going to run in 2020? Really? No, I had not seen that. What's up, Zachary? Oh. Now, why in the hell would he run against Trump? He ain't gonna win. Turn your phone 90 degrees. My phone? I'm on my tablet, son. And it's the same way as when I do my videos and stuff. Let's see. Jason's asking, how's that going to work? Ha ha. Well, you mean Pence running against Trump? Now, did I have a brain fart? Ain't Pence the vice president right now? If he is, he ain't going to do nothing against Trump. And I think that's some of that fake news they're putting out. That's just my opinion. Oh. And I'll tell you what, all the fake news out there is ridiculous. Plum tea ridiculous. Oh. Oh, Lordy. What a day. And rain? Am I the only one got in all that rain today? Obama's VP is the one I'm talking about. Oh, that screwball. His name ain't Pence, is it? Just go to full screen with no chat bar. Biden. There you go. That was, yeah, Biden's a joke. He don't stand a chance. Surely even the Democrats wouldn't. Budweiser, yeah. Yep. Oh. Yeah, I was watching some in a truck stop this morning, just a few minutes worth of news. They headed up behind the counter, and some Democrat was up there that was saying, all we got to do is get rid of all the Republicans and the independents, and we'll have a good country. Really? Who's going to do the work then? We're going to get rain tonight here in South Arkansas. You should have got it today, bro. I didn't come quite into Arkansas, but you know where Salem Springs, Oklahoma is. West Salem Springs, Oklahoma. Well, it's up there by Walmart. Walmart headquarters. And I run 412 over to 69 and down to the turnpike to run it over to 271. I couldn't get out of the rain. And all up there by West Salem Springs, they was flooding. They got a gully washer in the middle of the night. And all day I've been in the rain until the last 50 miles or so. I should have looked at that dadgum radar. Come on. No, I don't want to do that. Rain in Kentucky. It says it's light rain here, 25% chances. Come on, AccuWeather. Oh, how's it going, Pop? Watching from Florida. Well, if you're in Florida, you got it made. It's going pretty good. Yeah, actually, I think they do. Or I think they will. I think they're so stupid out there that, yeah, I think they'll try. Give me radar. That ain't it. Grr. Me and technology, we do not get along. Oh. Michael Savage, I did for a little bit, not very much of him. If I remember correctly, he's one of them that gets hollering and carrying on and hooping and hollering. And I used to listen to several of them different ones. And I just got tired of all the drama and nonsense that they created. My whole thing is the media was putting their twist on it. The left's putting their twist on it, and the rights were too. Fox being fair and balanced is still very questionable because they want to put their right-leaning twist on it. And all I want any of them to do is just tell me the truth, give me the facts, not their opinions, and let me decide and make my own opinion. But they don't want to do that. They all have their own agenda that they want to push. And it's aggravating as all get out. And after all this nonsense on this last election, on the presidential election, I tell you what, I ain't even been keeping up with it. I'll bet you I don't watch 2 hours worth of news when I'm at home. And I used to love watching my news. So, yeah. Well, that's what I was trying to do, was bring the radar up, but it was kind of hard trying to work that and talk to y'all and read this stuff. We should build the wall with California on the other side and Mexico can have it. Hell, I thought it was Mexico. When I ran out there, I used to always, I'd make them mad up in Oregon and Washington, because I called that Northern California. Oh, no, this is what, no, whatever they do down there, y'all are going to copycat them. This is Mexico, from down there to Canada. Oh, I'd make them mad. They didn't like my opinions. They don't want people to think anything but what they want you to think. That's a fact. A lot want you to send them a wad of cash to get a blessing from God. Well, that ain't quite how it works, folks. But I've heard of some of them polls. Watch the news on mute and look at the body language. Mainstream media is nothing but arguments. That's a fact. They, who's that cooler? They make them big fancy coolers. They decided they wasn't going to support the NRA anymore. And I just had a deal, Yeti. They was blowing some of them suckers up. I was laughing my tail off. Oh, goodness. Well, little Joe, I was talking to Steve today, and he said that y'all ain't getting that rain. I was telling him that I thought this rain that I was dealing with today was coming his way. And Steve said that they was predicting it, and that's over towards Georgia, for those that's wondering where his way is. He said they had been predicting it, but when he looked this morning, your next 10 days are dry. So take my grandbabies out and play. You got them just Friday night or the whole weekend? Whatever it is, take them out. Let them get some exercise. Facts with Papa Joe. Jason, you come up with a lot of sayings. I'm going to start writing some of these down for t-shirts if we can ever work out a deal on t-shirts. Papa, you heard from Stone today? Yeah, we talked on the phone a bit today. And he don't mind me talking about him. He gave me a call. And he was killing time at the terminal. It was his last day and got all his stuff done. He's got a trainer, one of the instructors that had given him his road test. He asked him to go out on the road with him. And Stone said, yeah, cool. So he called me up and he said, now technically I know I wasn't supposed to. And technically this, that, and the other. Well, his trainer's truck was outside. So he went out there and he started looking at his trainer's truck. He did not open it up and get inside, didn't open the hood, none of that. But he's out there looking at it and giving it a pre-trip, so to speak. And he found a broken shock, and he found a brake pad that was way down real thin, and there was something else he had found. So he called his trainer, who didn't answer. And he left him a message, something to the effect that I don't want to step on anybody's toes, but I found some maintenance issues on your truck that I would like to discuss with you. So then he called me, and he's telling me about this, and I told him, I said, well, first off, young man, I said, technically, you was not doing wrong. I said, you can go out and mess with your truck on your time. Because that's what he thought, that he should have been on duty and all this. And I said, no, I said, now, if the company was forcing you to do it, then you can't do it off duty. I said, if you was being paid to do it, you cannot do it off duty. I said, but off duty, you can go out there and look at your truck. You can mess with it all you want, clean it, shine it, change a tire. You can do whatever you want as long as you're willingly doing it. Well, then his trainer called him, returned his call. So he got off the phone with me, then he called me back. And I had asked him, I said, you know, when he was telling me about all this stuff, and I said, do you know if he has it written up that it's waiting to be repaired? No, I don't know. And I said, well, you know, you might be worrying over nothing. His trainer called him back, and he was not upset with him at all. And he told him, I said, he told him, he said, that's why I want you to go out on the road with me. He said, you are on the ball, you're observant, and don't bother me at all, you being out there pre-tripping the truck. He says, evidently you didn't open the hood. And he says, no, I didn't. He said, well, you would have found a third one. That was the third one, was under the hood. He says, I got a bad belt too. He says, and it's already all written up. It's going to go into the shop. So that's our stone. He was out there pre-tripping the truck on his own dime and found stuff that needed to be fixed. I told him that was a good deal. And I think it was. And evidently his trainer thought it was pretty good himself. So, and with that, I haven't heard from him since this morning. So, and he'll be pulling out Monday. So, yeah, that's what I think. I was on the phone with Michael. Y'all hear me always talking about Michael. Me and him was on the phone when he called back, and I did a conference call. And Michael's like me. He thinks that he's going to make a driver. You know, so, all right, son. Night, buddy. Love you. Thanks for all you did today. Well, I'm thinking about it, Paul, if we ever get something worked out. Right now, I still think the shirts are too pricey. Y'all help me find a cheaper shirt. Now, let me step back here and turn my AC a little bit higher. I had it on low, sitting here listening to the traffic. Well, I need to turn it up a touch. Oh, goodness. And guess what I had for dinner tonight? Alright, you might hear that blowing in the background, but sorry, creature comforts for an old man. Oh! Yeah, it is hot and muggy. Boy, I tell you what, y'all got me down pat this week, ain't you? Yes, sir, it was barbecue. Well, I actually thought I was going to have enough time to make it the other 15 miles down the road and eat at Charlie's down there. That's where I park up at. But I was telling Mama it's a pain in the butt to get out of there of a morning. So, and then I started running out of hours, and I made it this rest area with 3 hours left. Good enough. Nope, I didn't do the chicken. I didn't share, believe me. I would have traded. When I barbecued Sunday, it was a spur of the moment thing. Last Friday, I decided, what the heck? And I called up some of her siblings and whatnot, and just threw it together, spur of the moment. Then Saturday, I was busy cleaning and mowing and whatnot, you know, making the place presentable. On Sunday morning, I ran in to grab something to cook, and I went cheap and easy. I did hot dogs, sausages, and pre-made hamburgers. I bought tater salad and macaroni salad in the little gallon tub or whatever it's in, and stuff like that. I mean, I made it down and dirty, simple as I can make it, because I didn't want Grandma to have to help me for her own birthday, you know, so I was doing it by myself, so I did it easy. Well, good evening. How you doing today? Venom Sting? You had a bologna sandwich? I like bologna, dude. Cabbage and sausage and cornbread. Yeah, y'all go ahead and tease me. That's okay. Great fight name. Brandon Bologna Beard. Scott, I swear, dude. Let's see. I had Pilot gravy biscuits for the first time. Not too bad. Well, this late of a night, I don't know if they were too good, though. I haven't tried theirs. I know they've had it out for quite a while. Truck is done and rusting up for a day of work. Cool. Did you like that there, Bologna Fighter? The triple B's. I like that. Lordy. Oh, yeah. And of course it's in good nature. If you ain't got a sense of humor on my channel, you're in trouble. That's what I told that girl was talking to it, Custom Shirts or whatever, Custom Ink. You know, as I asked her, I said, now if we try to work something out, are you going to be the one I contact? Well, I can be. And I said, you're explaining stuff good. You're laughing at my bad jokes. So, yeah, I want you to be my contact. What was her name? Erin. Nice, Paul. Good donation, brother. Just got back from a shower. About to eat at the Perkins for the first time. Perkins ain't bad. And thank you, Paul. That's, well, I guess it is showing up. That was a while ago. Thank you, sir. I like Perkins. Perkins is cool. Had ribs from Salinas Valley truck stop Monday night. And you're just now eating them, dude? That gum, didn't they dry out? No problem, Scott. It's a good cause. Well, I appreciate y'all. I've actually had people telling me to do this for a little while. So, it's a pride thing. And I know the good Lord tells us don't to be prideful. That's one of the biggest downfalls of man, but I can't help it. I am who I am. Oh. I did not realize this highway stayed so busy of a night. I lived right by it. Well, not right by it, but I can hear the traffic. A buddy of mine told me that when he bought his place, he went out there middle of the night and he sat down and see if he could hear any traffic. If he heard any traffic, he wasn't buying. Well, he bought the place. And when I was telling him about mine and that I could hear the traffic going by, oh my Lord, how in the world can you deal with that? I'm like, Steve, what do I do for a living? I drive a truck. I sleep listening to trucks go by me. Some of them's got Jake brakes. You know, the sound of traffic does not bother me. The Eagle flew today. Cool. No, I ate them as soon as I got them. You put ribs in front of me and they don't have a prayer. I hear you. Now, there is one thing that I like from McDonald's, and that is that McRib. Now, I do like their McRib sandwich. I ain't gonna lie. It's some kind of mystery meat because it don't look like any rib I've ever had, and I've had a few ribs in my, but I don't know if it's the sauce and onions they put on there or what, but I do like that McRib. Oh, And they only do it at certain times, and I ain't figured out when them certain times are. So, I got 19 people and 16 likes. Why don't some of y'all hit them likes a little bit for me? Love me a McDonald's breakfast. See, now I'm not that big on them. Did the weather get you last night? Not really. We got some pretty good rain and a little bit of wind. Now, I was less than 200 miles from the yard. I forget, I don't know, 160, 170 miles from the yard. And they got it bad up there. It looked to me pretty much from Lake Eufaula. I think that's how you say it. From there on up north, they got hammered pretty hard. When I got talking to dispatch this morning, I was talking about the trucks just flying by me. And we was in some pretty heavy rain, a lot of standing water, and I slowed my butt down. I'm one of them, a lot of them was cussing. Oh, if you're scared, get off the road. I'll screw you. You know, and my whole thing was, well, evidently you ain't never hydroplaned before. You keep running like that and you will. But we was talking about that, and he told me, he says, dude, in his car, he said, I hydroplaned about 4 times this morning. He said, and 2 or 3 times I had to stop. And because I just couldn't see hardly past my hood. So, I tell you now, if y'all have watched my trucking videos, I talk about out driving your comfort zone. And your comfort zone changes drastically, depends upon what weather and conditions you're in. And when it's rainy out there, like was it last night, we was talking about the Jake brakes and all that, and the rain and all that stuff. I was serious. I don't do that, you know. I didn't have my Jake brakes on. I wasn't running my cruise. I was running off the foot. It was a 70 to 75 mile an hour. Well, no, that stretched up there 70. There's only a couple of small ones that are 75. And I was running between 60 and 65, you know. But I tell you what, I had them just flying by me 70 to 80 mile an hour just to getting it. Now, grant you, this morning I didn't see any accidents. But there's always that one time. I found it in Houston 4 years ago. It just came up. Matter of fact, if you go to Simple Living with Papa Joe Facebook channel, my sister-in-law shared with me a back shot picture of the truck that I wrecked when I hydroplaned, and I put it over there. And I don't know if the comment came through with it or not that was posted on it. And I said, it looks better with the cab back on the chassis, because I literally knocked, well, actually it would have been that way. I literally knocked part of the cab off of the chassis. So I know about hydroplaning, and trust me, it is not fun. Yeah, that is good at McDonald's. It's kangaroo. I hear you. Well, David, you have a good night, man. Love you, brother. Thanks for joining us. Let's see. Yeah, some drivers out here anymore are crazy. Well, that ain't the word I use, but that's politer than what I would have used. I don't do that either, Joe. I'm not scared, but I just don't feel comfortable, so I don't do it. Well, you know, that's where I was telling the wife. Yeah, I seen that today. Did not look like a fun day. 18-wheelers equal a lot of surface area equals ski on water. I tell the wife that I've slowed down and chilled out on a lot of that, and I said, have I turned into a big old sissy? And she used that bad word on me, mature. She said, no, you just matured. I said, we can't get a divorce, woman. I refuse to grow up. Parents told me when I was growing up I could be what I wanted to be, and they started Toys R Us. I told them I want to be a Toys R Us kid the rest of my life. But then I found out they had bigger toy stores for bigger boys. Yep, that's a fact. Nomad said they'll run 80 and say you're the dangerous one. I get a notification and it's you again. What's up? Sidewalk sissy. Who you calling a sidewalk sissy? I'll slap you into next week. Oh, wait a minute. You don't have a calendar. You're lucky this week. Jim Dunn, shut up. That's that Yankee. Now, I noticed one of my fellers, subscribers, he's made a few decent comments, and I clicked on his thing and I seen he was from New Jersey. I said, well, at least he ain't tender. He didn't get offended by my Yankee jokes. So, matter of fact, I think he's the one that, when I did that hillbilly talk, I think he's the one that put on there, or maybe it was right before that, I am who I am, whichever one it was. And I said I was talking hillbilly. I understand hillbilly. I loved that. That was cute. Oh, brother, I know you're joking, man. I'm not a snowflake. But there's one thing about me, you know, you open the door and I'm going to step through now. So go ahead and start on me. Grab the bull, you get the horns. And I can throw some. Ask little old Jim Dunn. I've done had him crying. Oh, speaking of crying, did y'all see that nonsense about, I forget what college, it don't matter. A girl is doing a deal about crying closets. I seen it on the news. I can't think that old boy's name that was doing that. Now, I like him. He's pretty cool. And he says, well, what about going to war? Are we going to have crying closets? Are we going to stop the war so they can go cry? And she actually said, no, they can go to the crying closet before they go to war, and then I think we'll really win. Well, hell, I didn't think we'd lost any. I only know of one that we lost. But a crying closet. And she literally said, everybody needs a good 10-minute cry. I'm like, oh my Lord. Yep, once a Yankee, always a Yankee. That's that bloater kicking in. Yeah, So, I got some kicking I'm going to do on that boy. I was to West Bath today, hating on all the truckers today for trying so hard to deliver all the pressures. Yeah. Let's see, was eating breakfast up north one time, and guy looked over and asked me, what are you eating? I said, grits. He asked me, what's that? See, I can tell you where grits originated from. Do you know where grits came from? And the smallest violin with the cheese to go along with the sorrow, right? Yeah, don't get me started on the Boy Scout deal. I wish very much that all the Boy Scouts would just quit. They won't. But that's more of that liberal nonsense and people just falling for it. Don't get me started on politics. Y'all know better than that. Let's see. There's Aaron. He posted and studying the Word. That was Rick Roberts. What is WBAP, partner? Is that a radio station? You see there, John? Yeah, that's what someone else just said. What up, Stone? I told him you got fired already today. Oh. Everybody slap Stone. He needs it. He's out causing trouble and stuff. Oh. Damn troublemaker. That's all we need in this industry is another troublemaker. Put the truck in the shop on my first day. Ha ha ha. That's what it say. You damn troublemaker. Do you realize what kind of money you're costing the company right now? The cost of a shock and a brake shoe and a fan belt? Dude, really? Oh. Well, now that Stone's here, everybody ready to leave? You gonna run everybody off? Look at that, people dropping left and right. Ain't that the truth? No truck is safe from Stone. And if it is, he'll throw a rock at it. Then holler, look, a broke windshield. I think he went out there and tore stuff up on purpose just so he could try to report it. That's what I'm thinking. Right? Stone's here, quit talking about him. Well, he's picking on you something terrible before you came in here, dude. Well, thank you, Jim. Oh. I'd already told him that old boy all but bent you over his knee. Picking on his truck. See now, Stone, this is something that you'll have to get used to, buddy. I'm 15 miles from my house. And I had 3 minutes to park up here in the rest area. That's the kind of stuff y'all get used to out here. Computer logs. Thank you very much. Oh, it ain't no biggie. I wasn't going to go home anyway. Me and Mama had already talked about it. Oh. Damn it. Scott says, as a fellow Eagle Scout, it's my opinion the Boy Scouts of America has gone soft. We need to branch out and create an organization. Boy, ain't that the truth. I seen a post that I shared. I don't know whose face was on it, some guy. And he says, let's see, taking teenage boys and girls and letting them go camping in the woods. What could go wrong with this? Let's see, hormones are flying. They'll probably just build a campfire and make s'mores. That's what I'm thinking. And you can't abandon the truck. Oh, I could leave the truck. Mama could come get me and stuff, but I get home every weekend. And I just had lunch with her the other day. Was that yesterday? I lose track of time. But like I told her, I have no desire to go home for 10 hours and create all the chaos of her coming to get me. And when we was talking about that, we thought I was going to make it to the truck stop, which I didn't make. It just ain't that important. I'd rather get up here in the morning, get on into Houston, get my stuff done, see if they tell me to come on back home or if they're going to reload me and I deliver it Monday, Tuesday type deal. It ain't a big deal. Well, good deal, Stone. Put a picture of him in your wallet, bro. I'm leaving that alone, Scott. Yeah, the s'mores. Well, I do believe that he's watching down on you myself. You know, that's like I believe in ghosts and stuff, and people like, you're a Christian, how can you believe in ghosts? I'm like, let's think about this a minute. Our Lord Father is a spirit. He fills us with the Holy Ghost. He tells us that it is a spiritual war that we know nothing about. The devil's supposed to be a fallen angel, which is still a spirit. They tell us that our soul is going to leave our body and ascend into heaven. That's a spirit. Huh. How could a Christian not believe in spirits and ghosts and whatnot? Good and bad. So yes, I do believe we have loved ones that watch out for us. I could expand on that, but then y'all would think I was really crazy. And I'm not. I'm just a little bit crazy. Oh, let's see here. Oh. Nomad, that's awesome, brother. Thank you for showing the respect to a fallen hero. Whether he was your father or not is irrelevant. Now, y'all have heard me talking about my brother, my best friend, Porkchop. He was my Christian brother in arms. He was an old jarhead too. And I have been out here trucking and go to check that mirror, and I have literally seen him sitting in that seat. They're like, cool, Chop, what's up? You know? Can't help it. Let's see. Well, cool. Oh. What do y'all think of me getting started early tonight? We've been on for an hour and a minute. That means I started about 10 to 9 for a change. My time. Yep. Ain't no man, you getting the kudos, bro. You like it better? Well, I'm still trying to monitor my data usage and see how bad it's using it up. I got my first warning, my 3 gigabyte that I'd use 3 gigabyte. I have 50. I'm trying to remember when my cycle started. I think it was like the 26th, so that ain't real bad. I was gonna have Little Joe check it today for me, and he was just so damn busy. I'm very proud of that boy, and he's a lot of help. And yes, I know he's gone, and he don't watch these later. So, you think it's cool you're still awake? I hear you. You was having trouble there catching up. It's lying to you. I ain't got no bright ideas. That's cool. Oh, well, tell her set up with you and watch it. She can join in. This is not only a men's exclusive chat. I was walking with the guys at Walmart. We took an Uber run, didn't get anything, just got out of the hotel. Too many pimps and lizards around there. Yeah, buddy. And you better be careful. They don't like competition. You better make sure they knew you was there to shop. Oh. Oh yeah, you was late. Hell, you might as well start getting used to it, truck driver, because you're going to be late. Especially driving that CRST truck. That's all you're going to hear. You're late. Call your dispatch. Reschedule for tomorrow. Uh-huh. Oh. Now, I got to tell y'all that today when me, Stone, and Michael were chatting, we was talking on the phone. He started telling us a little bit of what he hopes to get out of his career, and we discussed it a little bit, and the boy's on track. He's got a plan. And for those of you, who was it that just graduated up there in Canada? That sounded like a good school he was going to. You really do need to get you a plan. And I didn't have one when I started trucking. All I knew is, ooh, there's a truck, I'm gone. But you need to get you some kind of a plan and try to stick with it in this day and age. It's not the same trucking as back when I started trucking, by no means at all. So you do need to have some kind of a plan. It happens to be that he wants to try different phases of it to see what is his niche. Where I've told you all to find your niche, there's enough stuff to going out of here to find your niche. And he happens to be with a company where he can do the dry box, he can do the reefer, he can do the flatbed, and fill them all out. And then we discussed it even farther down the road, but that's what the majority of you need to do. And like I told him, he's very fortunate that he chose the company he did for whatever reasons he chose it, because it's a company where he can try out these different ones. So, and I'll give him a little bit of heads up on some of them. You know, like, how many reefer haulers do we have out here? What is your average weight at one of the grocery warehouses? What would you estimate your average weight is at it? So I was telling him that is a biggie one. Now he knows Stone is a pimp. Yep, hurry up and wait. I hear you. That's the Clinton's business, and they don't like competition, right? Oh. Somebody did a post today. They showed Hillary 25 sitting on a rock at the lake trying to look sexy, which she didn't do. They showed Obama at 25 hitting on a bong. And was that their actual age? I don't know. Then they showed Trump with a hard hat at a work site. Another one I seen that I like today. Well, Brandon the Bloney Bearden is going to bed on us. Well, good night, Bloney man. Do I ever do local? Not really. I do regional now. The only local I did was when I owned my own truck, and I was running containers out of the rail yard there around Atlanta, and I did pretty good at it. BBB, the triple B's. Now, when I was running them containers, your best money was staying inside the loop, staying inside 285. You got a lot better pay per mile. But we had a 20-foot container that would come in that had two 10-foot bladders in it. And they, no waffles, it was just like a big bag. And these drivers, and they would hook on. First off, 20-foot container, little bitty rascal. Your truck's pretty much bigger than it. And then inside the Houston or the Atlanta traffic, all that stopping and going, and they'd get that sloshing. And they would tear up some trucks. They all hated it. Well, it's a matter of knowing how to drive. Just being brutally honest. And I would take those things every chance I got. You had to run them about 70 miles up the road. They went to one of the carpet places in Dalton. And what is that, Dalton from Atlanta? It's a good hour drive. It's less than 100 miles. But I'd run them up there. There's a drop and hook and be back down there real quick. Now, the reason I'm telling you that is for you new drivers out here, you have to find that niche. Find something that the others don't want to do that you can do. Matter of fact, Grant on here, me and him have talked quite extensively on the phone. And there's some stuff over, he runs local. And there's some stuff that the other drivers in his company, they're like, oh my God, do I have to do that? And Grant, he's like, send me. You know, it ain't a big deal to him. The point is that once you're known to do that and stuff slows down and it starts getting skinny, and they know this guy normally don't want to do it, but today he might want to do it because he wants to make a paycheck, they're going, no, 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 no. That's Grant's run. He's the one that normally does that. So you have to find your little niche, and if you find something in-house in your company that the other drivers are scared of, don't want to do, whatever, see if that's something that you can handle, and that way you secure yourself a little piece of job security there. Atlanta in a 10-speed. Hell, any major city. My left leg is going to get strong and weak all at the same time. The old trucker's calf, that ain't no lie. I tell you what, that's why I like this automatic. I got, after over 20 years of that nonsense, and some of them clutches out there, they can get me pretty damn stiff now. People dropping off like flies. Where are they all going? Am I that boring? Dadgum. Have you ever known any of these towing and recovery guys? I wonder about those gigs. Actually, in all honesty, we had old boy there in Georgia where I lived, and I knew him pretty well. He had big tow trucks, quite a few of them, and I was having my car worked on there, getting an alignment. Me and him got shooting a bull a little bit, and I said, hell, I ought to go to work for you. And he says, I wouldn't hire you. Oh, why not? He says, I've hired several truck drivers. He says, this is too much manual too much manual work. Truck drivers just don't like it. He says, I ain't found the one yet that worked out. So, you know, if you're going to do it, you better do it before you get spoiled in these trucks and get lazy. As I tell you quick, you will get out of shape in one of these trucks. I know, you go running and all that stuff. That's liable to change with you trucking. Like it or not, that's just how it works. After you've been out here a little while, you'll find out you need to be trucking, not running. You didn't kill no vibe, bro. They just seen you coming and they was intimidated. Oh. Yeah, see, Grant's telling you that deal I just talking about Grant. That's what the deal is up there. There's a blind side that you got to do, and they just hate doing the blind side into that facility. And to me, if it's going to be making me money, I think I'd learn how to blindside. And these are supposed to be experienced. If I remember correctly, he said you had to have at least 10 years experience to get on over there where he's at because of what they haul. You've got 10 years out here and you can't do a blindside? Really? And you're going to sissy out on it because you don't want to attempt a blindside? Really? And from what he was telling me, it really isn't that bad of a deal. Okay, somebody pulled up behind me there. Yes, actually, you need to work on all of your parking maneuvers. Blindsides is a big one. The biggest key to blindsiding, I'll tell you now, you got to keep track of where that corner of that trailer is. Period. You use that mirror, learn how to use the. It should, well, with them, I don't know if they have the electronic mirrors or not. Hopefully they do. But when you start losing track of that, do not be afraid to set your brakes and get out and look. One of the reasons I told you to not have a CB on when you're backing up is simply because people will be running that mouth and trying to rush you and get you nervous and stuff, and they're just looking for entertainment. So when you start getting ready to back up, turn that damn thing off. Trust me, if you're going to hit them, they're going to hit their air horn. But don't be afraid to get out and look. That's being prideful and stupid. And if you lose track and you don't know where it's at, get out and look. If you keep track of that blind corner over there, you'll be all right. And it's not that big of a deal. Oh. They do have electronic, and yes, get out and look. Oh, they're in day cabs and they're afraid to do the blind side? Well, you don't normally have to get out and walk down the side. You'll learn to walk across the front, you know, wherever you're at. If you're in a bad bind and you don't know where this side is, you just walk a few paces over there. If you lost track there, walk around the front and just go eyeball it. You know, it ain't like you got to take a picnic basket with you or something. Just make sure you know where it's at. That's what we call keeping control of your rig. And that's where a lot of them... I watched today an old boy. We was talking the other day, Stone, on the phone when I was telling you about looking and getting you an object that's across from where you're wanting to park and all that stuff, and getting mental image of any kind of cracks and stuff in the pavement and concrete and whatnot. This guy was at a Love's. Must have been 8 empty slots there, and he couldn't hit one. I mean, he had that thing all jacked up, which is one of the reasons I was telling you about going out with another student. If you're going out with someone that don't know nothing, how's he going to teach you anything except what he don't know? I don't know, man. You know, it's kind of like that commercial, that air insurance commercial, where his dad's asking the kid, well, and you hear the kid say, yeah, I know what a lug nut is. And he holds up, I forget what he holds up, and asks his buddy, is this a lug nut? Oh, no. Yeah? Let's see, what am I missing? Yep. Well, of course you should have a picnic basket. You're going to have so much time on your hands. You're going to be stopping at the rest areas and eating at tables. And actually, I used to be known to stop at rest areas and use their picnic tables. I used to carry one of the little bitty grills. One that looks like the propane bottle with a lid on it. I used to stop, do me a little hot dog roast or cook me a steak or something. Yeah. I don't do it anymore. Let's see. 8? Oh, come on. What are you talking about 8? I lost you there. Well, see, that ain't quite how it went, Scott. You're supposed to say, watch out, he's backing up. No. I used to go in them truck stops. I had a big radio and I'd fire it up. All right, I need 4 of you dummies to move so I can park. I need 4 spots. I used to be stupid out there on the CB. I miss the CB at times. Now, when I was running the rock and roll, you learn that you run in little groups, and 3 or 4 of us would get together and run, and we would have good conversation like back in the day, and that was sweet. Of course, you're running all night, and it's usually older hands. There was a few new hands, but they kind of clan together, and the older hands would clan together, and that was kind of cool, being able to just run down the road, shoot the bull, harass each other, talk trucker trash. Yeah, the Coleman ones. I thought about putting mine in my truck when I get in 8 spaces and they can't back up in a spot. Even I could do that. No, I was serious. I had to sit there. I wanted to scale out. I had to sit there over 5 minutes waiting on him. And then when he did get back where I could get around him and he motioned me around, he still wasn't in a space. He was straddling them. It's real simple. The man had not been taught how to back up. That's their problem out here. They're rushing them through everything so fast that they cannot back. They're not being taught. which now Grant's been out here about as long as I have, maybe a couple years less. When we came out, we was taught about trucking. We was taught about driving. We was taught about backing up. Today they're not teaching them. I mean, they ain't teaching them hardly squat. So that's why I'm glad you got what sounds like a good trainer. I want you to keep me informed on what he's teaching you. But I got enough faith in you that you're going to make him teach you. So pick that brain if he has one. Depends on how long he's been trucking. Well, anything else y'all want to chat about? It's getting to be a long day. Won't be long and the old man gonna be calling it a day. Now, what do y'all think about the t-shirts? Do I need to continue looking? Scott, you say you got some information you're gonna share with us? Did you call Little Joe today? He said you were supposed to call him today. Oh. Trainer has a CB. His fresh student off the truck went and got one. I understand why a lot of people don't use them nowadays. Oh, Little Joe has your number? Okay, I thought he could have swore he told me that you were supposed to call him at the end of the workday. So I'll tell him, I'll remind him tomorrow that he got it backwards. So it don't matter, bro. As long as the two of you hook up. I ain't sure what all y'all was going to discuss, but as long as the two of y'all hook up. Do you have his number? Alright, well, he gets off early tomorrow. I think at 3 o'clock Eastern time. So they got graduation and all that. He's an inspector there for their labs and whatnot. And he told me they was closing campus down early for all the parents coming in for graduation. Alright, well, like I said, sometime after 3. Well, I appreciate that, Grant, but at the price of them, don't know that I would make anything off of them. We'd only be donating to Custom Ink. So now, if some of y'all want to contact me, and I need to order at least 20 to get any kind of break. They're buying them onesie Tuesday, they was $43. Seriously. And that, no, I'm sorry, that was buying up to 6. If I only ordered 6, they was $43. If we got it where we put in a minimum order of 20, then it brought them down to 24, plus shipping and whatnot. So, yep, that was the quoted price. So now she did a deal where if we ordered 21, it knocked 38 cents off of each shirt. And the more you ordered, the more it came down. And I had hopes of making a couple bucks off each shirt. But at these prices, I don't see it. You know, I can't ask y'all to pay $30 and $35 for a shirt. That ain't in me. So that's why I'm saying, if y'all know of a place, now I do want decent shirts. I don't want some cheap China sweatshop shirt that's going to wear out after you wear it 4 or 5 times. And I don't want the iron-on stuff. I don't like that at all. So It don't matter. As you see, I go with a t-shirt, but I also have the polo style. The t-shirts are going to be the cheaper of them, and right now it's a matter of just trying to get the cost down. So that's why before you came on, Stone, I was telling them what you had told me about Red Viking. And you're not the only one. There was 2 or 3 others on here that know of him and him charging for his counseling and stuff. And that's where I was trying to find out, or I was saying I would like to find out where in the world he's getting his shirts and hats and stuff, and what kind of prices he's paying for them. So, and also they have the long, which is 4 inches longer, and they only go up to 4X. So I told her I'm a 2X and I want the extra long, and it is what it is, you know. Yeah, I told her I figure most drivers are fairly decent sized fellers. There ain't too many little bitty drivers out here. Your head just exploded. What up, Brandon? We just had Baloney Brandon left us. What's going on with you? I feel like calling a gal I know in Lubbock for a quote. Well, call her. Don't pay anyone. We can get the quotes easily. Well, we haven't ordered none yet. The thing is that I have my son's picture, the one that passed away. My son, Little Joe's brother. We want that round logo, and we want Simple Living with Papa Joe around it. I'm leaning towards having it put on the left, although it's normally on the right, or it's normally on the left, and I want it on the right, so that the seat belt, I told her that was one of my concerns, is that the majority of my people are truck drivers, and look at that, look where Larry's logo is, right under that seat belt. So that's why I was thinking about having it put here. And then I want to have something wrote on the back. Jason's been coming up with a million different ones, but I want to have different things wrote on the back, and a lot of times they want to charge you differently if you change the writings back there. So you'll get a quote free too. She made our company shirts all the time. Real sweet lady. Well, cool. Find out and let me know, brother. I appreciate it. That's why I brought it to y'all. And I told that lady today when we was talking, and she sent me these pictures, and well, she sent them to Little Joe, then Joe texted them to me. And I told her, I said, I'll be doing a live stream tonight. She was welcome to join. I said, I'm going to show them some of the stuff, and I'm going to tell them the prices. I said, they're the ones that ultimately have to pay for them, so let's see if they go there or not. So, and this ain't the first time I've asked y'all's help and information. Heading to Lancaster, Texas. We're taking a 30-minute break. Oh. That ain't what I heard she did. So, I'm leaving that alone. You're trying to get me in trouble, ain't you? You're trying to push a button. Was you on here when he came on playing his games? I tell you what. From North Arizona, Bob Bell. What's going on, brother? See, now I get Bob Bell and Goat Bob mixed up. I have two Bobs. And you're not Goat Bob. I already know that. So, Goat Bob is a local driver. He was from Flagstaff down to Phoenix, if I remember correctly. Oh. See, now that's something else that's illegal. that big truck just rode past this rust area without any lights, and it's four-ways going. That is only legal to get you to a safe haven. I have a friend that got busted in Georgia for that. I actually got in a little more trouble, well, almost trouble. He had heart conditions and stuff. He was my age, and we're going back a few years. But now he had all of his medication in a baggie, and it was laid in the passenger seat. And he knew what all the pills were, but you're not supposed to do that. Your medication is supposed to stay in their bottle with your name on it and your script, you know, and all that. And I used to literally carry my script with me. But he had light issues. There was one I was working with Champion doing a trade show freight. Was running down to Orlando back and forth for a show. He had lost his lights and he had his four-ways going. And he rode through that last scale down there in Georgia on 75. Damn it, I can't think of the name of it. But the old boy told him park and come inside. And he told him, he said, if you didn't have your four-ways on, I wouldn't have stopped you. He said, but that brought my attention to you. So he had walked out there to his truck, clumb up there talking to him. That's when he seen the pills over there in the baggie. And let me see the pills. And the old boy took them. He took pictures of all of them, wrote their description and all that, and told him, you have to get your doctor to send us scripts and the whole routine. He had a lot of hassle to go through to keep from getting a drug bust on him. So just a little bit of word of advice to y'all. Oh, you are Goat Bob. Okay, well, I've got another Bob somewhere. Went through this the other night, man. Are you trying to confuse me? And that looks like a bicycle you're riding, not a goat. What's your icon picture there? Yep, keep all the meds in the right. Controlled substance. Yikes, yep. Boone County mating call. Keep shaking that bottle. Lizards will follow you. Hazards only to a safe haven to avoid causing an accident. That's correct. Don't act crazy while chewing toothpicks. I'll tell you a toothpick story since you brought it up. I didn't bring it up, you did. I was trying to quit smoking. I was late 20s, I guess, and now I must have been in my early 30s then, but I was trying to quit smoking. And the old man I worked with, he had smoked way back 50 years ago. And he was telling me, take a toothpick and chew on toothpicks, and it'll help you a lot. All right, cool. So I'm trying to quit smoking, and if you're a toothpick person, you get to working that toothpick and twirling it. And I was getting pretty good at playing with that toothpick. And I don't remember what I did, but that toothpick went in the back of my throat and stuck. We was driving, me and the wife. And I had to literally stop the car because I couldn't get hold of it. And she had to reach over and pull that damn toothpick out the back of my throat. I stopped at the next store and bought a pack of cigarettes. So that quitting smoking didn't work good either. Oh, flatbed ranch truck, huh? Oral fixation. Oh, snap, toothpick. No, I wish it had a snap. I did, at the next dadgum gas station. That's like Little Joe. I doubt if he remembers it. Oh, hell, he was probably about 9 or 10. And I was trying to quit smoking. And grumpy, I was working nights at a full-time job as a prison guard. I had a wood shop that I was trying to get going, and I worked that during the day. and trying to quit smoking. And I got grumpy as all get out. And all three of my kids, I had three of them living with me, all three kids came to me and told me, Daddy, we decided you need to start smoking again. I said, is it getting that bad? Oh, yeah. And believe it or not, I raised some kids that are not bashful. They will speak up. Oh no, my dad did snuff. I'll never do snuff. Oh, well, folks, I have enjoyed tonight again. 1 hour and 35 minutes and 37 seconds now. I enjoy this. I'll do it as often as possible. No promises on it being every night, so don't get addicted to it every night, especially on my weekends. But I'm just going to monitor my dad and whatnot. Y'all throwing that little bit up there and stuff. Well, I shouldn't say little bit like that. I'm not trying to be insulted. Y'all chipping in and helping like you are, that is very appreciative. And if I do wind up going over on my data, that'll damn sure help. I have gone over on it before with just the videos and stuff that I was doing. So it's helpful, and I appreciate you supporting the channel and me. That's awesome. That is really awesome. And I'm surprised Jim Dunn has been so quiet. He must have went to bed. Let's see. Thank you again, and God bless. Thank you again, and God bless. There's the bless. All right. All right, Scott. Appreciate you, brother. Stone, I want you'll call your lady tomorrow. Well, call me afterwards. If I'm busy out of the truck doing my trucker stuff, then I'll call you when I get back. Leave me a message or something. Bob, sorry that you didn't get to come in longer, brother. I'm trying to do these a little bit earlier, and I don't know your working schedule, but the way it's been working is I pretty much get my day's drive in. I stop, grab me a bite to eat out of the back there, so I take a few minutes to eat, and then I've been going live. You're not the only one that's American Nomad had issues catching up, because he goes to bed early. He's a sissy. But anytime you can stop in, brother, I appreciate it. Oh. All right, let's see. Y'all have a good night. You too, Stone. Paul, good night, brother. God bless. Same here, no phone answered while I'm on duty. Oh, I'll answer my phone. Hell, I was talking to you driving down the road today. That part ain't an issue, but if I'm out of the truck working is what I'm talking about, then I'll call you back. Y'all remember, good Lord loves you, and so do I. Thanks for coming in. You're the most important part of my channel. Love each and every one of y'all. Y'all have a blessed evening now. Good night. Y'all have a good evening. Bye.